I moved to North Carolina in the middle of 2011 from Florida, and I've been receiving Botox and a little bit of filler when I moved here, and so started doing some research online. I think I went through the Brilliant Distinctions website, and then I double checked through Real Self and just checked reviews and did a lot of research. And I was trying to find a provider in this area that had good reviews and that people really seemed to trust and have a lot of positive info on those different sites that I trusted already. So that's how I found the office, and I started getting just Botox and some filler like Juvederm and things around 2012. So when I first started seeing Dr. Dickerson, which was in 2012, like I said, I basically was just interested in maintaining the Botox neuromodulators and fillers that I was used to, and stayed along that pretty safe path for me for a couple of years, and I would get maybe some filler in my lips and a little bit of filler in my cheeks every once in a while and just keep up with the Botox. And then I was actually introduced to Miss Boyce after I had about a 15, maybe 18-month break from all treatments while I was pregnant, and then after I had my daughter. And right after that, Dr. D had hired Miss Boyce, and he was really excited about her. And he was telling me how she had some really new and innovative treatments, non-surgical treatments that she was bringing on board when she was hired. And so he suggested that I start working with her as well. And she introduced me to things like PRP, the platelet-rich plasma, which I've had several times as a standalone, and I totally love it. It's really transformed my skin, and I've committed to doing that. Made a promise to myself to do it twice a year, and it's really made my skin more luminous, and it's not the same as a filler, but it really does make a difference in the overall youthfulness. I just recently had a series of Sculptra, and I'm really excited about that. That was something Ms. Boyce suggested as filling out the hollows in my cheek, and that has been really noticeable after I had my daughter, because babies are the perfect parasites, and as much as I adore her, she did take a little bit of a toll on my face. So I'm really enthusiastic about all the different treatments that I've had, and one of the things I appreciate so much about Dr. Dickerson and Ms. Boyce is how they personalize the treatments and really do a lot of research into what's the best thing for you and for your face. So that's been really amazing. I'm always enthusiastic after. I haven't really noticed any problematic side effects. One of the things that can happen with the hyaluronic acid fillers is that, especially if you have thin skin, which I do, it's just genetic with me. Both my parents have thin skin. One of the things that can happen with those type of fillers that are placed closer to the surface of the skin is this Tyndall effect, where they can look kind of blue. And I'd had that a little bit before in the past, and that has never been a problem for me with any of the fillers I've received here from Dr. Dickerson or Ms. Boyce. And even with the Sculptra, when you do research on that, they talk about, I think early on, there were concerns about getting lumps or anything like that. Ms. Boyce is really careful with mixing and the way she places it. She provides a lot of education in advance, and Dr. Dickerson as well. They give you a lot of education about potential side effects, but also how to maintain your results, and also
how to approach post-treatment maintenance and things to avoid any kind of problems. I've never had any problems, and I've always been provided contact information, and they always schedule post-treatment follow-ups, which is just, it's reassuring, because I'm the type that always wants to have that just in case, even though I've never needed it. So, overall I felt very enthusiastic and excited about my investment and the treatment plan that I'm working on for my face, and I've never felt anxious afterwards, which is just a total blessing, because this is your face. This is what everybody sees when you go out into the world, and it's not always you can say that about cosmetic treatment. So I've always felt great. Well, there's a few things that I really appreciate about Cape Fear Aesthetics, about Dr. Dickerson, and about Miss Boyce. For one thing, they are incredibly patient or client-centered. They offer after hours or later appointments, which is very beneficial for those of us who work. There's usually Saturday appointments about once a month. They offer incredibly user-friendly deals as far as around the holidays, around your birthday. They offer rewards, bonus points as far as with Brilliant Distinctions and with Aspire, which is the company that owns Sculptra and some of the other products. Most importantly, I find that Dr. Dickerson and Ms. Boyce, they really listen. They take the time to pay attention to what it is that are your goals and what is bothering you, what you want to work on. And I've also noticed, and this is significant, it may not feel good at the time, but it's important. Both Dr. Dickerson and Ms. Boyce have at times told me no, and that is important. I know that my family, if they've ever expressed concerns when they hear, oh, I'm going to get a cosmetic treatment done, always their concern is they want me to look like me and don't want me to come back looking like a real housewife of wherever. And I've had times where Dr. Dickerson would tell me, no, you don't need that, you're not ready for that if it's a surgical procedure. And I think that's important, because I've known or interacted with plastic surgeons who, when you talk to them, always the first thing they see, first thing they want to do is cut. And that's always a reputation of surgeons. But it's been within the last year, probably 6 or 8 months ago, I had an occasion where he came in to consult with Ms. Boyce, and he said, you don't need that. And I was giving him some pushback, kind of whining back at him, and was like, but I think I need this, that, and the third. And he was like, no, for where she's got you right now, you really are not ready for that. And I think that really demonstrates integrity, and they're not trying to upsell you to get a whole bunch of procedures or to get you to spend a bunch of money. They offer some really great package deals and opportunities to save money, and they offer really great learning opportunities with their seminars and meet and greet opportunities to learn about different treatments and those sorts of things that I encourage people to take advantage of. But especially they listen, and that's really valuable these days. A few years ago, I had a coworker come up to me, and this is pre-baby, but she came up to me and was like, I want to ask you a personal question. And I said, okay. And she said, where do you get your cosmetic work done? Because your face is perfect. And she's very apologetic about asking, and I said, it's fine, that's a very lovely compliment. And I told her I go to Cape Fear Aesthetics and Dr. Dickerson. She was actually a physician's assistant who was asking. And so I thought that was a lovely compliment. And I told her all about Dr. D and Cape Fear Aesthetics. Those are the kind of things that really are generous and lovely, and the kind of things that you don't need to hear, but it's nice when you do, and it's nice to be able to steer people toward this office and toward Dr. Dickerson and Ms. Boyce. I would just say, do your research. We're blessed to live in a time where we all have access to tons of information about medical procedures, about cosmetic procedures, and fillers and non-surgical procedures for anti-aging. I would say look at Real Self, look at Yelp, you'll see Google, you can see reviews for all the cosmetic providers in this area. And that's certainly how I came to this office. Attend some of the educational and treatment option seminars that are available through Cape Fear Aesthetics, and find out what your options are, and just read as much as you can. If you're a Brilliant Distinctions or Aspire Rewards member, then look at who's available in this area. Check out the expert injectors, and really know what you're getting into before you have anything done cosmetically, especially to your face. One of the things I really admire about Dr. Dickerson is that he's also an ENT, and pay attention to what you're having done. Don't just rush into it. It's your face, it's your body, it's what you put out there, and it's how you feel. So do as much research as you can. Come and check out the office. I think I really think you'll be pleased, and in the meantime, wear sunscreen.